pretty bad if I'm thinking about his card pool. Yeah, we'll stick with that. All right.
All good?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. You have to remember, kids, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So, okay. This is not a terrible opening. In this matchup, I have to keep this. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot to do this. So nobody saw your resources. That's my bad. If you want, we'll go back when you can.
No.
Okay.
It's I think
in this matchup, I feel like I have to keep this. That can get resourced. And it means that I'm going to have to make some unpleasant decisions here. It probably means I end up resourcing this and keeping the rest. Although there's a world where I don't necessarily want to keep him either, but I think I'm going to run the risk of it now. Yeah, I think that's the play. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes real briefly, show your resourcing decisions again since the camera missed it earlier because I failed.
So that's just good. I think we're going to be ahead. This is better than this card because I was debating between the two. And then that one. So that's what we're going to go with.
All good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, you're on the button.
Cool.
And I've even got it marked correctly. Oh, except for your base health. There we go. Got that fixed now.
Inferno 4.
Hey, I recognize that guy. He keeps showing up.
That's going... Actually, both of these.
Yeah, she's from Star Wars Rebels. When did that show start airing? Like 2013?
Rebels?
Rebels like 2014? No, it was after we got back from Canada. It was 2015. I think it was 2015 to like 2019.
Rebels started before Force Awakens come out?
Yes, it absolutely did. And
Okay.
Force Awakens was like...
2016,
Okay.
I think.
So it was like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Xandus is 2014, 2018. We were close.
What are we talking about, Rebels, though?
Chat was asking, they were like, I've never, he didn't know who Sabine Wren was.
Okay.
Wasn't familiar with the character.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 2 for Inferno.
Yeah.
You go high.
I did the thing. I put them both on
Yep,
the
you go
bottom.
high, I go low.
Okay. And I'll take the initiative.
Okay, and clearly I am done, so there we go. Ooh, this is rough. I like seeing this, but I really don't want to resource this. I feel like I'm going to have to, though. It feels crappy, but I'm doing it anyway.
I feel... So there was some discussion in our Discord earlier today about, like, someone made a comment about Star Wars, things in current Star Wars not making sense or something. And then I was like...
where to begin in the land of the Acolyte?
Yeah. And then I was like, what? Modern Star Wars making sense? And then I was kind of thinking about it after I made that comment. When do I think, like, the last time Star Wars
made sense?
And so you can obviously just say never, because none of it ever makes sense. But where I was, like, truly invested and silly things had started to happen, I think really silly things that started happening after Rebels ended. Like, when we talk about, like, the general kind of flow of how the story, so the overall story arc.
So you have to remember that I think... No, Rebels started after the sale to Disney, because originally Rebels aired on Disney XD.
Right.
But Rebels was basically done by more or less the same creative team that did the Clone Wars.
Right,
and the Clone Wars series is widely regarded as among the best.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm a heathen, I have not seen all of it.
Okay.
I'm still I'm in second season.
Okay.
So I have a long way to go.
It has its highs and lows.
Every series does. Right. Even Rebels, as good as Rebels was, it had some episodes that are like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I'm with you. I feel like The Force Awakens, as divisive as it was
fine.
Was passable in the sense of it didn't set everybody at each other's throats.
Right.
I feel like that era began with The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Because there's a whole vast swath of the fandom that looks at The Last Jedi and goes, what is this steaming pile of horse manure?
Right.
And another vast swath that thinks, this is awesome.
Right.
And it's like, okay, these are incompatible views.
Right. So, but I would say too, it's not with The Last Jedi, it's the reaction to The Last Jedi
By the fans or by the corporate Disney management?
By the fans, and then by Disney management, and going, we have to course correct.
Okay.
Or what they thought was
or their lack of course correction.
Whatever Rise of Skywalker is.
Whatever you want to label that pile of dog shit as.
I remember walking out of Rise of Skywalker and being like,
what the hell did I just watch?
Yeah, Last Jedi, I walked out of it and I was like, that was awesome. And then I started thinking about it more and more, and I'm like, oh no, it wasn't.
So
Rise of Skywalker, I was literally confused walking out of the movie.
You want to be confused? The Last Jedi began, and about 10 minutes in, I was going, what the fuck am I watching?
Right.
By the middle of the movie, there's that whole scene where, spoilers, get over it. The movie's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Spoilers, they murder Snoke, right? Right there in the middle of the movie. And you're like, what is happening right now? The scene itself, beautiful, gory, like the choreography and everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool to watch on camera.
Right.
But at the end of it, I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And by the end of the film, they have this whole bizarro jaunt to Casino Planet for like no meaningful reason.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you've got the guy, doing the little broom thing with his. I'm like, what in the hell am I watching? And it was at that point, at the end of that film, that I realized the people who made it actively despised Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I realized that the franchise had crossed the Rubicon.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is bad.
Right.
You now, it's not everybody, but you have people actively working for this franchise who are being paid by Disney who despise it.
Right.
And literally want to tear it down from the inside out and wear it like a skin suit.
Right.
For me, that was the end. I was like, this is rough.
That's
right.
Fair. I like the ideas in Last Jedi.
There are some aspects of it that are interesting.
I like grumpy old man Luke that's like forsaken the Jedi. I think that's fun because he wasn't really exposed to it in the way that people like to think that he was. He was also exposed to it at an older age.
Fair.
And then especially like once he saves the galaxy, whatever. But then when he starts like actually reading what it is that he
signed up for,
he maybe was like, oh well, wait a second.
So I agree with you there.
Yeah.
There's aspects of that I liked because the EU explored some of that as well, right? When you read the Thrawn books, Zahn's original trilogy from 30 whatever years ago.
Right.
The Luke in that era, this is 5 years after the Jedi. He's very unsure of himself. He's terrified to make a mistake. Of training, like taking on an apprentice and training them and making a mistake. So that aspect of his character, I thought was very well played. The part where they lost me was the man who had risked his life, faced down the Emperor, and redeemed his father at the very end, had redeemed him. Woke up one night and was like, well, my nephew's evil. I need to murder him.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder him.
I went. Whoa! Flag on the play.
Right.
Who wrote this?
Yeah. That is a little far-fetched.
I was like, oh, you were going like you had so much potential.
Right.
And then right at the last minute, you were coming in and you tripped and the dunk fell on the floor.
Yeah, because he can be grumpy and like disavow the Jedi in a certain way, but still be a force for good.
But still be Luke.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that was the frustration that many of us had watching that film is that the character that you meet, it's not Luke Skywalker. It's some pathetic shadow. And when I go back and I talk about people wanting to tear down the franchise from the inside, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you go back, who are the real heroes of the original 4 films? It's Han, Luke, and Leia.
Right.
Chewie maybe, but like those are the main. Like that's the main. He's there. That's the main story. Han, Luke, and Leia are really the real heroes of the story. Right. Okay. In the first film, Han is a loser, a deadbeat dad who ran out on his family, and gets murdered by his son.
Yep.
So, wow, way to ruin my childhood, JJ. Thanks, well done. And then you get to film 2, and you're like, well, at least we've got Luke.
Yeah.
Nope, Luke is grumpy old man who turns his back on everybody, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. That's my biggest
thing. What in the hell are we doing?
When I try to like rewrite The Last Jedi in my head.
You just light the script on fire and start over, man.
Yeah, you might as well. But if I'm gonna keep some ideas, like that's the biggest thing is Luke can still be grumpy and not like this girl who's like teach me to be a Jedi, and he's like why do you want to be that? You know, like that doesn't mean anything.
Run
or
away,
whatever.
little girl. It's not worth it.
But he could still be heroic.
He could still be Luke.
Yeah, he could still be heroic.
Luke.
And in fact, it would work because he would just be whiny like he was.
Exactly. He would be. He'd be kind of like he's been alone so long. Now he's kind of like back to whiny farm boy, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
anyway, enough theory.
Yeah.
It's time to play.
Right. We'll kill.
Oh, you're an ass.
We'll kill the Marine.
Jackass.
He's got to go.
I'm killing the Marine. Yeah. Get a unit down. No, you didn't. LOL.
No.
Well, feels bad, but my turn 2 play is now Total Trash. Yay! Go Total Trash.
Yeah.
You're up.
All right, 2 to base.
Yeah. I will take the initiative.
Sure.
Let's go.
And pass.
Okay. You know what? That feels crappy. That's actually a really solid play for me right now. This kind of is. I'm sitting on this for a reason. Do I ditch this, knowing that I have more in there? I think the answer is yes. I kind of hate it, though. I kind of, man. I don't know that I can, now that I look at it. Oh, you're killing me, Alice. What are we doing? I got to resource something. Just give me a minute.
You're good.
I think I've already dumped one of those. Didn't I ditch one of those earlier? Yeah. Oh, I can't resource a second one. They're too good. They're too good to not. But I don't want to resource this. I have to resource this, I think, then. Ugh, I hate everything that's about to happen. Where do I... No. You know what? Let's... I hate it. 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 Okay. Hey, look, I'm on the button. Why don't we deal some damage to your base before he dies to some silly thing that you have in your hand? Like
silly villain
Some
card.
silly villain card like last time. Hey, look, it's a Power of the Darks. Oh, okay. All right, at least I get around that garbage.
Right.
All right. Now we'll blow it all for the Rebel Sympathizers. You're up.
Okay.
2 to base.
2 to base.
2 to base. I
like that card.
Which one?
The Rebel Sympathizer.
I think this card is very underplayed.
Yeah.
I think most of the time because there's people are like, oh, there's better stuff. But if I'm going mono Rebel,
right,
there's actually not better stuff.
No,
Plus,
no.
Restore 2. Like, there's nothing wrong with this card.
If Rebel gets way that's a card that maybe comes back into play once there's a
initiative.
I don't know. Like Leia's kind of built to be aggressive, so maybe when there's a mid-range Rebel synergy.
That's kind of where I'm trying to go with this. Right. Because I'm Rebel Green, you pretty much can just look at the list and every Rebel Green unit is in here somewhere, right? But I feel like there's more synergy there than people realize. Personal opinion.
Because that's just Yoda.
Almost. He's slightly better.
Right.
Because he hits a little harder.
Correct.
But because he's not...
He also costs more.
He costs more. Right. And he's not aspect restricted.
But
he's just hero.
He's basically Yoda.
It's basically Yoda.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I'll pass.
Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Well, this is the turn. So... no, that's okay. That's okay. This is the turn still. The question becomes... God, I hate this. F my life. It's the right play. It's 100% the right play, and I'm still irritated that I'm doing it. Oh, that hurts so bad. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that happened. Okay, ready up, ready up, ready up. Oh, man.
Interesting.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I can actually use her text.
Yeah, you can use her text.
That's actually very, very cool. Why don't I want to do that beforehand? Sure. Let's be smart about this. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. It kind of does and it kind of doesn't, but screw it. So let's smash here.
Yep.
That's a trade.
And then 3 to face.
And then 3 to face. Restore 2. So you go down and I go up.
Fair.
Okay, that's my play. You're up.
we're gonna ECL, and we're gonna slam 2 damage into
Okay.
there.
Sure thing. Now, there we go.
Okay. And then 3 for Soulblind Guard.
Aw, you're a jerk. Again. Another one of these clowns. I have to smash him. I mean, that's irritating, but yeah, smash him. So she's at 3.
And then I'll do
2 to base?
2 to base.
2 to base. Like so. All right, there's about 3 different ways I can slice this. Why don't we do this?
Okay. Krennic.
Okay.
Oof.
I think that's the right play. Let me think about this for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only guy you can actually murder.
Correct.
I could buff him. That would make more sense. That'd keep him on the board.
Right. Which I think is because that's what I'm gonna do. So I think that's
probably the right play. That at least keeps him on the board.
right.
Okay.
So now you make me choose.
So now I make you make a worse decision.
Right. So
Or you could also just attack my base.
right.
Like that's
which,
also legal.
Which is what I'm gonna do.
There you go. So you hit for 2 and restore 2. I will take the initiative.
Okay. Pass.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bollocks. It's going to be you. God, this hurts so bad. Okay. Okay. All right, so my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get rid of Krennic.
Yeah. Seems good.
2?
2. Yeah.
2.
And we'll Vader.
Okay.
Oh God. Well.
Not a great hit on that one apparently.
Mm-mm. Really bad. Like I only actually really have one option.
That feels awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Who's getting smashed?
Vader will take out Leia,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so just 3 back. All right, so these guys are presently 5-4 with a restore 2.
Yeah.
So I could trade them for Vader, which is probably not the smartest thing I could do. But you're all exhausted on ground, so why don't I get some use out of this wing leader before you kill him?
Yeah.
So let's do 2 to base.
Yeah. Fair. And then I'll do.
Then you'll murder him. Oh no, you're gonna go into the base?
No, I think I'm gonna kill him.
I figured you'd murder him.
Yeah.
Like it's an easy buff for you.
Right.
Okay. Now I have to. Now I'm back to my. Oh, what do I do? Two cards in hand.
Yeah.
2 cards in hand. I feel like I need to at least do 5 to base.
Okay.
Restore 2.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
4, 5. That's a big swing.
I'll take the initiative.
Okay. Do I have you right? You're at 11 down? Yes. Okay. So then I have to figure out. Okay, so now there's kind of no point in smashing Vader, so I think we just go 3 more to base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we going to do? Are we going to resource? We probably should. This is probably the right thing to resource.
All right, Vader's gonna. This is 5.
He's 5.
Oh Lord.
He is 5'4" because he's 5'6" with 2 damage.
Right. All right, Vader's just gonna trade with.
Okay, sure thing. I'm getting too much value out of that restore for you to
Yeah.
leave him on the board.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Zen Vishal. So the easy answer is to murder your guy and overwhelm the rest of the damage through. But if I do that, I'm giving you that 9th resource to hit me with Avenger. And I'm kind of like, no, I'm going to make you earn that. You are at 11. I have 8 showing. I think the correct play is let's go ahead and hit you for 5 to base.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, and then I'll play another Vader.
I assume you're going to smash the Marine before he does.
Let me see what
He does bad things to you. That's true. I mean, you might pull the cell block guard. It might not matter. If you come up with a cell block guard, then you probably just dump that out there and make the trade.
Which is what we're gonna do. And Vader will kill the.
Okay, so that's 5 back.
Right.
Okay. All right. So now, I think the way we do this is I go 1, 2, 3, 4 for this guy.
Mm-hmm. Super Laser Technician will hit the sympathizers for 2.
Sure thing. Hey, we've seen that before. Akbar will deal 3 damage to your dude.
Ooh,
Your dude.
Fancy.
Your dude.
Fancy.
But yes, Leia cannot come back. Your leaders have a once per game they can come onto the board, do some shenanigans, and once they're dead, they're here, but they can't come back onto the board again.
I have to take the initiative, otherwise
Okay, so that's you. Oh, I've got that marked wrong incorrectly. Anyhow. Okay, so then I will just, I think, put 3 into your base.
Yep.
So you should be at 3.
Yep.
3 left. Okay. Ooh, am I keeping? I feel like I need to resource something, but I also don't think I want to.
It's all right.
frankly.
I just lost.
Okay.
Because that's
Oh my God! You have 3 Gideons as your hand.
I drew.
Holy
I
crap!
had 2 of them, and I drew a Gideon and a resupply. Like literally,
You're sitting on 2 Gideon hash. You kind of got screwed.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit. Your deck didn't feed you the right. Yeah, the overwhelmings would have been good this
I know,
game.
yeah.
Have you? I haven't seen you come up with one of those. Are there 3 in there? Surely there are.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen one of those at all tonight.
No,
That's surprising.
I just haven't seen one.
This surprised me. It's only 1 game.
Right.
I was surprised at how well everything kind of synergized.
I mean,
like
Steadfast
Rebel.
Battalion's just
Well, and Rebel in general is just like it's hard to go wrong. There's just so many. But I'm with you. This Sympathizers.
I like that card.
That's a great. Wow, that card's money.
I think the reason I like it so much too is because I had it in like one of the first drafts we did, and it was just like a big performer because it's got a big butt.
Yeah. 4 health is in the early game. 4 health is pretty solid.
Right. All right. I'm gonna switch.